Alright, round numero tray. No blue, but two cyclers, and some great removal since we do have a desert. Okay, so, I mean, we were planning on cycling this desert to find a blue source anyways, a lot of the time. But now we have even more red mana, which makes it better. Okay. Play that out. So hit our island pretty quick there, which is good. So we'll cycle this, since now it's looking like we'll be able to cast this pretty easily. And our opponent might be mana screwed. Yes. Alright, I could just Gale Strike that. I don't want our opponent drawing cards when they're mana screwed, that's for sure. I actually like Gale Striking it, just to cycle, try and hit our land drops. Since it looks like we're going to be the aggressor, we might never end up casting Gale Strike the entire game. And, I mean, we can Unquenchable Thirst and tap it down very easily. Which we'll go ahead and do. Good stuff. Followed up with a Gilded Ceradon. Interesting. Supreme Will, Essence Scatter. I actually think I will bait with the weaker creature. It's very likely our opponent has something there. Actually could have played that instead of cycling it. I think I will cycle it though. Even though we need it for Granitic Titan, chances are we're going to hit a land within the next few land drops. And even if we don't, we get a free Ceradon anyways. Yeah, we'll hold off on Magmaroth here. And yeah, I can't be that greedy, I don't think. Especially considering we have the ruins. Actually just playing the desert out as that little extra bit of shock to the face. I do love cycling deserts though. Alright, so I'm glad we played out the Scrapper into the cancel rather than the Ceradon, since Ceradon's looking super fine. Alright, once again our opponent didn't use their mana, which suggests something is up. The +2/+2 and untap doesn't actually kill the Ceradon by itself though, so I think we swing and see what happens. Could be Sandblast, I guess. Yeah. Maybe should have just waited. Rather than walking into it. face first. Again with the passing. Alright, we'll see what our opponent does here. I mean, if they tap, that means no sandblast. Every bit of damage counts. Even you, proven combatant, even you. Alright, we'll just get the Magmaroth out. I mean, if our opponent is leaving up Fanbear, that's good for us. When they have 6 cards in hand, they're still constrained on mana, so we want to punish them. If they do the same thing again, we can just Unquenchable Thirst this. They'll tap, and we will smack the face. Okay. Electrify, pretty good. See if our opponent lets us eternalize. Okay. Woo! Ooh. Glad we have Electrify or Unquenchable Thirst. Probably want to just electrify that. Ooh, that's pretty good. Gotta say, keep our Magmaroth alive for compulsory rest. Yeah. Go ahead and electrify. They could have Daruk's Protection, or Dejiri's Resolve, or whatever it's called. They didn't. So we exert. Alright, they're pretty low. Now the deserts are looking real good. Are just desserts. Definitely want to bring in all my unsummon effects here. Alright, binning 2 lands, including a desert. Ooh, that's pretty good. So, could just thirst the Fanbearer, or thirst this, force him to chump here. Probably just thirsting the Fanbearer makes more sense, though. Since we have this flyer fella. Alright, and then we can just start drawing cards until we win. Even if our opponent does have an answer. Like a camel. Or a temmet. Neither of those are answers. Magmaroth is just at full health under its compulsory rest. Just chilling. Alright, the Crasher. There's a big wall. So ideally we want to not have that camel take us down. I mean, it's only a one-hump camel, but it's still dangerous. Alright, they're dead if they don't have anything. Dead Zerts. I mean, presumably they have something. Or not. So on our upkeep, we'll toss a desert at them. Or now. Opponent forgot about that. Yeah, this card has a surprising amount of reach for very low opportunity cost. Alright, so unsummon. Unsummon. Kefnet might be okay in this matchup. Poor Kefnet. Crook would actually not be terrible as well. We saw Temmet and like some desert synergies. The thing is, we already have a bunch of good cards. You know what? We haven't gotten to see Kefnet shine, so I'm willing to take a chance on you, Kefnet. A chance for love and birds, for bird love. Alright, we have Kefnet. Snap keep. This would not be a keep if we didn't have crash through, but being able to cycle is huge. And immediately draw it. Alright, this is the Kefnet hand. This is it. This is it. Opponent does nothing. Misses land drops. We play a 5/5 indestructible. With flying, and that draws a card. I was wrong. I take back everything I ever said. Seems good. Seems alright. Not bad. Alright, get this guy out. Since our opponent does have an answer to Kefnet, they kind of have to keep up 2 mana, and if they do, we can just play Gilded Ceridon. If they don't, we can just draw and hit. If they tap here, we can attack with Kefnet. Couldn't even attack with that particular card. Alright. Somehow I'm not thinking this is a winning strategy from our opponent here. Is spending their entire turn dealing with Kefnet and discarding cards. Once again, we can attack with Kefnet, returning a land. Or our opponent can just tap it. Yes, actual Kefnet activation. The value. Drawing cards, smashing faces. I guess we can just do this. This was a tragic lesson. What? Got other unfair. Using the other gods. Alright. We're doing more than half that, so yeah, not the best time. You're supposed to use this card on like turn 1,000,000 after a hard-fought game, not when your opponent is already snowballed completely out of control. Kefnet for the win. So much damage. Alright, we did it. Kefnet. Kefnet, I didn't believe in you. I was wrong. I was wrong to have doubted you. We've learned a valuable lesson. Don't disrespect the gods. This deck was great. Yeah, I mean, not much to say about it, except that for the parts where we probably should have been like more focused on being aggressive rather than having like Gale Strike and Kefnet, because I mean we have a lot of very powerful aggressive cards. Although like Sunset Pyramid is just pretty much always great, and maybe the same can be said for Kefnet, although it seemed to underperform, except in that last game. So yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm Shaun McLaren, signing off for SCG.